Okay, here is Hopeful coming up. Cleveland about to move in. Chris Lees trains Cleveland. Thought he was going to win the Oaks there for a few hundred metres about 40 minutes ago when Yu Wang was fighting on. But the favourite won the Oaks in the end. Treasure the moment. This starts the quaddie, the 2 Mile Sydney Cup. Last year's winner, Circle of Fire, competing again. 12 months since he won the Sydney Cup, and he hasn't won since. In he goes, the reigning favourite. Last one up, here's Darren for the Schweppes Sydney Cup.
We're just about ready. Alalcant's going out, the $3.40 favourite. They've got 2 miles ahead of them here for the Schweppes Sydney Cup. First leg of the quaddie with jackpot today. Lostotchka goes in, capacity field at 20, and the gates are back now, and they're off and racing. In the gold jacket, Hopeful jump well. Arapaho's right there. Warmonger going forward, and Alalcant's as well. Circle of Fire's in the action out wide, and Duke de Sess is going right up the inside. And in the early stages, Duke's going to hold the lot of them out. From Arapaho, Alalcant's goes to third, 3 up. Warmonger 4 out. Followed by River of Stars poking through in the black cap on the outside of Hopeful. Circle of Fire's deeper out. Then Athabaskan in the middle of the pack there with the white cap, mostly cloud at the outside. Valiant Kings down on the fence. They're followed further back by Garrett Chico about midfield. Pajanis is outside. Then Zardozi down on the rails. Right behind her is the rear from Age of Sail. Then Cleveland's up ahead of Tajanis in the run. Further back to Strathtay, Francesco Guardi, Lostotchka, and Waltham's last of all. Down to the post, and Clark's taking control of the race now to Alalcant's. This allows River of Stars to stride up on the outside. It's Alalcant's about a half in front to River of Stars. So she did a bit of work early there, Alalcant's. Clark wants to give her a bit of a rest, and he'll put the Do Not Disturb sign on. River of Stars in second. Now Circle of Fire hasn't got the spot yet. It's caught wide. Duke de Sessa gets the prime position with the tail trail behind the favourite. Then Hopeful 3 back the fence, further back to Arapaho. About 2 after Valiant King. Racing out there, a Birdman, I should say, on the inside of Athabaskan. 2 further back to Zardozi is tugging along on the fence from mostly cloudy the outside. They're followed further back by Zarir on the inside of Garrett Chico. A gap of about 2 lengths into Francesco Guardi as they head to the back. Further back then to Cleveland, to Janis, inching a little bit closer from Lostotchka, Age of Sail. Waltham and Strathday are the last 2, so they're really strung out down the back. And Alalcant's in control by a length on River of Stars. Duke de Sessa in a very handy third right behind the favourite. Circle of Fire, last year's winner, gets the 1 out 1 back trail now, followed by Hopeful. Then came Warmonger, further back to Burpin on the inside of Arapaho. 2 after Zardozi on the inside of Athabaskan as the race back to where they all started from. 900 metres to go. Back in the field is the rear from mostly cloudy Francesco Guardi, Gran Chico, to Janis under the pump out wide, then Cleveland, Lostotchka, Age of Sail, Waltham and Strathday last about 20 off the lead. Athabaskan give it a bit more rain by Clark now at the 600 metres. She's a length in front from River of Stars, who've been revved up to give chase. Then Circle of Fire, Duke de Sessa slipping right along the rails from Athabaskan. Now the runs are starting out wide. Warmonger, mostly cloudy. Cleveland hooking right to the outside. So Alalcant swings in front from River of Stars. Alalcant, she might be gone, yes. River of Stars and Arapaho have moved up. Athabaskan chimes in right down the outside as Cleveland with a good run, mostly cloudy, but Arapaho dashes clear. It's Arapaho 2, 3 lengths in front in the Sydney Cup. Oh, Arapaho. Well, second crack at the Sydney Cup, and today's the day. Arapaho, a big winner. Waltham at big odds got up to run second. River of Stars third, then mostly cloudy Athabaskan. Further back to Garrett Chico. Birdman, Circle of Fires are Dozies, the rear. Cleveland, Strathday running on with some headway from Warmonger. Duke de Sessa dropped out. So did Alalcant. Further back to Hopeful, to Janis, Lostotchka, Age of Sail, and Francesco Guardi was last in.
Arapaho has won the Sydney Cup. A big week for Bjorn Baker. He's won the Doncaster Sydney Cup in a week. Rachel King wins a second Sydney Cup. She won on Knight's Order for Gay and Adrian 3 years ago. I'm being told they might have run a track record here. The track record set by... Who shot the barman at 3:20.04? They might have broken the track record here at 3:19.3. And look at the margin, Ronnie. Arapaho beating Waltham and River of Stars.
Yeah, got a beautiful ride. He looked the winner before the turn when he seemed to be the only horse travelling there. So he just puts a gap in him late there. And look at my old mate Waltham. Waltham looking for a run through. He charges to the line into second spot. And River of Stars was great, riding that speed and sticking on so well. So I'll have to have a few more looks at that, but all I know is we've got a dominant winner, and stand by, Bjorn.
Yeah, it was a terrific ride there, Ronnie. Obviously, she drew a little bit sticky, but once she got up, we know this horse can race right up on speed and quite often lead, but she's happy to just mind her own business once she got to the fence and just let this horse go through its gears. And once she pushed the button, gee, this horse was electric over the 2 mile today.
Arapaho, number 2, wins the Sydney Cup to go alongside a Tancred and Bjorn Baker has trained Arapaho to go on and win another Group 1. And Rachel King in the saddle. Number 20, Waltham. Great training performance by Matthew Smith and Rhys Jones. A real stayer, Waltham. And number 9 has run third, River of Stars. Chris Waller and Tyler Schiller. Well, maybe the best is yet to come for River of Stars. Only its second run in Australia after running 7th in the Tancred. So, Ronnie, that Tancred form not too bad. Arapaho and River of Stars, they were behind by honour in that Tancred, and they've gone on and stretched it to 2 mile today.
Yeah, I really like the Tancred form this year. I just identified the wrong horses. Out of it, Duke de Sessa had his chance there and was outstayed, and along with a few others. But Arapaho, he's been here before and run well in the Sydney Cup, and he was just... I'll have to go back and have another look at that ride, but when I caught sight of him at the 800 there, he was in a beautiful position, just stalking out of the battle, ready to present at the right time. So at first glance, it looks a fantastic ride.
Okay, Corey, can you get to Rachel?
I'll try.
You'll have to wait for a husband.
Congratulations, Race. How good was he?
Oh, you can just see what this horse means to everyone. He's just been a superstar. He's won races we never thought he even should have been in at the start, and to do what he did today, look, I probably had as many doubts as everyone else about 32. I wasn't quite sure, but the one thing I always say to everyone is I've never ridden a horse so honest. He just tries.
600 metres from home, he looked the winner already.
I was bolting. I had to sort of count to 10 and just wait till I got to the top of the rise. He's got an awesome turn of foot for a stayer, and I knew if he got an economical run, which he did himself because he jumped super today and put himself in a beautiful spot, he went to sleep. And look, credit to Bjorn and his team. They had him perfect cherry ripe today. He couldn't have been any fitter and feeling any better.
Well done.
Thank you.